Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Begin.
61. Matchbox lights. Hit it.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a second down run with Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Squeeze.
Watch the eye.
Bang, 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 bang. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. 20, go.
2nd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Third down, here's Haskins. Able to find Walter. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch up. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Army.
Check safety. SOS. 36.
Go. I got it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He'll find Lindsay here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Here we go.
Check four.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
49, guys. Mike.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now Haskins to throw it. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Rock it. Go.
Kill. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Let's go. Come on.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Check 26.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
49, guys. Mike, 49. 49.
Here's Haskins to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Haskins will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, watch it. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
No. Back. Whip. Watch the whip. Like 50.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because...
Receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
At the 18-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Now Haskins. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left for a big play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Ready? Pittsburgh. Who that? Who that? Out, 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 out. Cover. Cover. March 49. March 49. Stay with your man. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Gallup there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17. Bengals 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
nowhere escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hey, let go. Let go.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On second down now. It's Lindsey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch twitch. Switch. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Watch the curl. Mike's 49.
On third down, Haskins. A little check down to Lindsey. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Hard.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if